அரியாதீதரசீவர தகவாரிச குகையில் அறிவாய் ரமி பரமாத்துமன் அருணாச்சல ரமணன் பரிவால் உளம் முருகானல பரனார்ந்திடு குகையார்ந்து அறிவாம் விழித்திரவாய் நிசமறிவாய் அது வெளியாம் அண்ணாமலையாய் அடியேனை ஆண்ட அன்றே ஆவியுடல் கொண்டாய் எனக்கோர் குறையுண்டோ குறையும் குணமும் நீயல்லால் என்னேனிவற்றை என்னுயிரே எண்ணம் எதுவோ அது செய்வாய் கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையும் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே கண்ணே உந்தன் கழலினையும் காதற் பெருக்கே தருவாயே ஓமதி மதுர சாபஹஸ்தாம் அபரிமிதாம் மோதபான சௌபாக்யாம் அருணாம் அதிசய கருணாம் அபிநவ குலசுந்தரி வந்தே ஓம் ஐம் க்ரீம் ஸ்ரீம். அருணாச்சலம். Yesterday we have been seeing how foolish we are, attached to the wealth and to the pleasures, and also thinking that we are going to live forever and hoarding and indulging. So Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharya was pointing out all the fallacies in our thinking. So today we shall chant again once and then we shall take it from there. You all have the text in your hands. No? So as I told you yesterday, this tune is very different, not the regular tune. This is what we learned from our ashram. So please repeat. The first one we can chant together, right? Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale, Nahi Nahi Rakshati Lukrum Karane. Now repeat. Mudajahihi Danagama Trishna, Mudajahihi Danagama Trishna, Kuru Sat Buddhim Manasi Vitrishna, Kuru Sat Buddhim Manasi Vitrishna, Yellabhase Nija Karmopatam, Yellabhase Nija Karmopatam, Vittam Tena Vinodaya Chittam, Vittam Tena Vinodaya Chittam, Nari Stanabhara Nabhidesham, Nari Stanabhara Nabhidesham, Drishtva Maga Mohavesham, Drishtva Maga Mohavesham, Etan Mam Savasadi Vikaram, Etan Mam Savasadi Vikaram, Manasi Vichintaya Varam Varam, Manasi Vichintaya Varam Varam, Nalini Dalagata Jalamati Taralam, Nalini Dalagata Jalamati Taralam, Tattvajjivitam Atishaya Chapalam, Tattvajjivitam Atishaya Chapalam, Vidhivyadhyabhimanagrastam, Vidhivyadhyabhimanagrastam, Lokam shokahatam cha samastam, Lokam shokahatam cha samastam, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate, Samprapte Sannihite Kale,
nahi nahi rakshati dukkrum karane.
So yesterday we saw Adi Shankaracharya addressing us from He Mudamate, O dull-witted one, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam. You think about the Lord, about that Supreme, which is in your own heart as Govinda. Why? When the appointed time comes, meaning what? When the death comes, nahi nahi rakshati dukkam. All these things will not help you in any way. Dukkam karane represents all the secular pursuits. Whatever we are pursuing, that will not help you in the appointed time. Hey Muda, O fool, Jahihi Danagama Trishna. Give up this thirst for accumulating wealth. More and more and more. This thirst, give up. Kuru Sat Buddhim. With that pure mind, you think about the reality of the truth, which is the self. So think about that truth. As early as possible, we have to start. There is no time to waste. Why? Only when you give up this thirst, you can really think about other higher things. Otherwise, you cannot. So be satisfied with whatever you get through your honest labor. Out of your prarabdha karma, whatever you get, you be contented. Vinodaya chittam. Vinodaya chittam means feel content. Because there is no end to it. So therefore, be contented and use your free time judiciously, seeking the higher. And then the third verse, he was talking about pratipaksha bhava. So you are getting deluded by seeing the breast of the women. So what is that? It is nothing but flesh and fat, nothing else. You think about this again and again. Meaning what? We have to see the other side of the story. And we should not get caught in this vicious circle of indulgence and then more vasanas and then more indulgence, and you are in that vicious circle. See, here he is addressing his male disciples. That's why he is talking about the women and all. It equally applies to the women also. Because the kama vivahara is in everybody's heart. So in general, he is advising us to give up the kama vivahara. Beyond an extent, it is not healthy. It will not help you to evolve. It will degrade you more and more to animalistic existence. So that is what he has warned us. And then in the fourth verse, Nadini dhalagata jalamati tarala. As the droplet which is placed on the petal of a lotus, how it is very tarala means what? It is uncertain. It can fall off any time. Similarly is your life here. It is very, very unstable. We do not know when we have to pack off and go. Whenever the order comes from there, we have to pack off and go. We cannot ask for extension even for 5 minutes. Here, na? So life is very uncertain. Therefore, there is no time to waste. So we have to think about the higher. We have to meditate on that supreme truth. Whenever the time is there, whenever our health permits. These are the two things. We have to make time for the contemplation of the higher. Second, we do not know when the health will falter. Vidya vyadi abhimana grastam. And this world is full of disease and conceit. Abhimana means what? Conceit. Attachments to the beings and things. Lokam shoka hatam. This whole world is killed. Hatam means killed or destroyed. By what? Shoka. By the sorrow, miseries. So therefore, there is no point in holding on to this ephemeral passing things. Enough of playing with all these toys. Now grow up. Grow up means what? There is something higher. See, unfortunately, at least we who are born in this kind of a cultural this thing, we know intuitively that there is something higher. But you know what? There are a lot many in the world outside who do not know that there is something higher. They think to earn money and to indulge and then to go in for some name and fame, that is all life is all about. And after retirement, after 60, 70, they do not really know what else to do. They go on watching some serials, some movies, or they go and play somewhere, some cards, this, that, and they don't know what else to do. And they think that is okay. But as I told you yesterday, it is not okay because infinite alone can satisfy us. Finite can never satisfy us. Whatever we gain from the world is only finite. Whatever joy we gain, it perishes. Is that not so? Only the infinite can satisfy. So what is that infinite? That is the truth which is in our own heart. That is Paramatma. Only when you abide there, when you know Him and abide there, then there is real fulfillment. This is why Jesus Christ said, "வருத்தப்பட்டு பாரம் சுமப்பவர்களே என்னிடம் வாருங்கள், இளைப்பாறுதல் தருகிறேன்." One who is carrying the burden of life, please come to me, I will give you peace. Come to me means what? To the truth, to the self, which is in our own heart. Only when you come back here and stay here peacefully, then there is real contentment, real fulfillment. Till then you run, chase anything you want, but it eludes. See, in our limited understanding, we think, no, money can buy anything, can give us security and all. But no, unfortunately no. The people around us, they will take care. No, that is what he's going to say in the next verse. What people around us? Only the Lord we have to trust. And He will take care. This should be our faith. So is there a Lord really? Is there God really? Please tell us, please tell us. I really don't know. But when you look at this world, how beautifully it is functioning, we presume a higher intelligence. Is that not so? That is what we call as God. See, for the very primitive sort of people who cannot understand, a name and form is given, a way of worship, everything is given. But for a very evolved person, what is God? His higher intelligence is called as God. See, it is said, Ariyatitara Sivara Dhagavarisa Gugail Arivairami Paramattuman Arunachala Ramana. Who is Arunachala Ramana? Who is the great Guru Ramana? He says, Arivairami Paramattuman. One who is shining as the pure intelligence or the consciousness in everybody's heart. That is Arunachala Ramana, he says. This is the beauty. It is a supreme power and supreme intelligence, and it is also ocean of compassion. You know why it is ocean of compassion? Because from that standpoint there is no other. When there is no otherness, there is only love and compassion. The mother sees the child as her own. There is only love and compassion. Only when you start seeing other, then comes all the other things. Bheda Bhavana leads to other likes, dislikes, hatred, all those stuff. From the Lord's standpoint, there is no other. Therefore, He is full of compassion on you because He sees Himself everywhere. How can there be anything else except compassion? So therefore, there is the supreme intelligence which is responsible for the functioning of the world and functioning of this person also. Without intelligence, can you function here? All the intelligence have got one source. That is called a supreme intelligence. So that supreme intelligence is called as Shiva, Narayana, or even the Lord in the heaven, the Father in the heaven, or Allah, any name you call. The names and forms are all, aparana, for our own, convenience for us to worship the Lord. Otherwise, He is supreme. So He is there. He will take care. This should be our faith. So then, that is foolproof. But if you think, no, I have got my son, my daughter, everybody is there. No, who can help you? When you leave from here, who will accompany you? You don't know where you go. It's very scary actually. Death is very scary actually. Swamiji, why are you scaring us always? It is yadartham. It is there. Can you can you refute it? So, nahi rakshati, he says, nothing else will help you. So this life itself is very, very ephemeral, very, very unstable. And in that also you waste all your time in what? Abhimana, attachments. Attachments towards things and beings. And also diseases. So wake up. Now and here, we have to think about the higher. Why higher? Because that is the source of all bliss and all peace. That is what we actually want. What we want? To be happy always. That is the source of all happiness. We want to feel very peaceful and fulfilled. That is the source of all peace and fulfillment. So that is what actually we are seeking. But we somehow misunderstand that we would get it in the world and we pursue this world. But alas, it eludes. Sarvam kshanikam, sarvam dukkham. Lord Buddha says, it is not here in the world. It is there within your own self. That is what all the masters say. Tat Tvamasi. That is you. Not even in your heart they say, that is you. That what you are seeking is you. That's what they say. See, this is the revelation actually. See, all the things are okay. God is there, you have to pray to God, He will bless you. All those things are okay. Anybody can tell you. But to tell that the great God, who is supreme intelligence, is you, is a revelation. How can I be? Yes, you are. You don't know yourself. You think you are this body mind. You are not that. Something beyond. Please think, inquire, find out. You are the infinite. Why do you want to shrink yourself and consider you to be the limited? You are the unlimited. You are the infinite. You are the source of all bliss. This is what our masters say. And only there is fulfillment. Otherwise, this jiva will run here, there, pillar to post, not knowing what to do, like a headless chicken. So therefore, wake up. That is the call given by Acharya Shankara. Because life is very unstable. You don't know when the life will pass. Wake up. So after seeing till here, yesterday we saw. Now moving on to the 5th verse. Yavad vitto parjana saktaha.
Yavad vitto parjana saktaha.
Tavan nija parivaro raktaha.
Tavan nija parivaro raktaha.
Pascha jivati jarjara dehe.
Pascha jivati jarjara dehe.
Vartam kopi na pruchati yehe.
Vartam kopi na pruchati yehe.
Yavad vitto parjana saktaha.
Yavad vitto parjana saktaha.
Tavan nija parivaro raktaha.
Tavan nija parivaro raktaha.
Pascha jivati जीवति जर्जर देहे
पश्चाजीवति जर्जर देहे
वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे
वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे
भज गोविन्दं
भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति डुक्रुं करणे.
See, here we talk about our own family members, kith and kin, who can help us, who will really serve us at the end and all. Here Bhagavan says, Adi Shankara says, Yavad vitta uparjana sakta. As long as uparjana means what? Earn and spend vitta, the wealth, money. As long as you are healthy, hale and hearty, you are alert intellectually, you can earn and you can give, you can spend, you can take care. Tavad, till then, nija parivaro raktaha. The true family members, nija parivara he is saying. The family members, parivara means what? The kith and kin, they will be along with you, raktaha. They will be staying with you, serving you, asking you, how are you? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? All those things. Paschat jivati jarjara dehe. And afterwards, when you start living in your infirm body, you have become old and infirm, you can't walk properly and you can't hear properly. And you can't remember things. You can't earn, save or give. Meaning, you have lost the capacity to produce wealth. Then what happens? Vartam kopina prichati gehe. Gehe means in your own house, nobody will ask you even a word. Means vartam kopi na prichati. Nobody else, nobody in your own home, in your own house, will ask you a word. Eppadi parka? Are you okay? How are you? No. Meaning what? See, people are around us because they have a sort of a belief that we can help them through some means, either through money or through some sort of influences. They are with us only for that. That's what Adi Shankara says. I am not telling you. So this is nidarsanamana unmi, yatharthamana unmi. When you lose that capacity to earn wealth and distribute wealth, he says, nobody will be around you. Why? Because people are selfish, nothing for nothing. That is the game here. In US they say, there is no free lunch. Actually speaking, if people are too much, affectionate, please understand, they are also expecting something from you. If you can't give anything, you don't get anything. See, actually speaking, when a person has become very old, a vegetable like, people really don't care. I have seen with my own eyes. They are very busy with their lives. They give some food, something, and please take care. That's all. Sometimes they feel guilty. We are not doing our duties. So they, give some medicine, this and that. But not with true love or affection. Because when you grow older and older, that is how life goes. You can't do anything. You can't help anybody. So that is why our Gurudev used to say, before the world kicks you out, kick the world out. Beautiful, saying. Before the world kicks you out, kick the world out. Meaning what? When you grow older and older, we should give up all these things and think only about the higher. And we should not be dependent on anybody. We should be self-sufficient. We should find peace and joy within ourselves. More and more you grow older, you should become more and more quiet and more introverted, means withdrawn, not interfering in anybody's business and minding your own business. Then you are happy. If not, the life will kick you. So, see, this is Nidarsanman. Swamiji, do you mean to say that there is no sort of real love or affection? People are not doing their duties. No, not like that. There are people, good people who are taking care and all. But underlying, whatever Acharya Shankara is saying is true. See, I ask you a very honest question. If there is a God, let us say, who will not bless you in any way? Who will not give you anything, let us say? Who will not protect you? Will you go to that God? What use is that God to you? Even regarding God, you have an idea that He will give me something. He will bless me. He will protect me. He will protect my children. That is why you are going. If there is a God God says, I will not do anything. You come, worship me. I have no this thing. You can come and worship me. But don't expect anything from me. I will not give you anything. Poda, you. No. In this world, solely and Gudumi Chuma Adadam Paramani, I don't know. You know what? Everybody functions in this world with some sort of or belief that they may get something out of it. It is there. For even your own son or daughter, if you are not writing a will properly, they get very angry. What is this? You are not trusting us? Yes, we don't trust you. Arey! Vartam kopi na pruchati gehe. Even in your own house, nobody will ask you even a word about your welfare. See, actually speaking, you know what elders want, you know? They don't want anything else. They want you to sit and talk to them. That alone we can't do. We are very busy. And what can we talk? We are old people. See, you are also walking on the same path, going to become old sooner or later. But we say, what to talk to them? எல்லாம் ஃபார்மாலிட்டிக்கு தான். நல்லா இருக்குங்களா? Finished. Wood and board with true, love and affection. How many people talk to the elderly people? Very rare. So therefore, please don't think, yes, I have got people around me, I am fine. No. Yavat vitta uparjana saktaha. As long as you can earn, spend, save, distribute wealth, till then people are around you. When you lose that capacity, vartam kopi na prichati ge. Nobody will ask you even a word, even in your own house. This is yathartham. This is reality. Please wake up. Therefore, you have to depend only on the Lord, not anybody else. Yes, they are there. Yes, they are good children. They will help us. But I depend only on God. If you depend on the world, you will be disappointed. If you depend only on the Lord, Lord will take care of me. I don't know how. It is His business. I don't know how. But He will take care of me. With this faith, when we live, when we think about Him, He will really take care. Yoga Kshemam Vahami Aham. He has given a word in Gita. I will take care of your yoga and Kshema. Name Bhakta Pranashyati. My devotee shall never perish. He has given these assurances in Gita. So therefore, He will definitely protect us, take care of us. We should depend only on the Lord, the higher, the supreme, not the world. That is the idea given here. So the attachment towards the kith and kin, that has been destroyed in this shloka. Next, attachment to our own body. This body, oh Rama, I love it. What is the state of this body? Yavat pavano nivasati dehe
Yavat pavano nivasati dehe.
Tavat pruchati kushalam gehe.
Tavat pruchati kushalam gehe.
Ghatavati vayau deha paye.
Gatavati vayo deha paye.
Bharya bhibhyati tasmin kaye.
Bharya bhibhyati tasmin kaye.
Yavat pavano nivasati dehe.
Yavat pavano nivasati dehe.
Tavat pruchati kushalam gehe.
Tavat pruchati kushalam gehe.
Ghatavati vayau deha paye.
Gatavati vayo deha paye.
Bharya bhibhyati tasmin kaye.
Bharya bhibhyati tasmin kaye.
Bhaja Govindam,
Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. Samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rakshati dukram karane.
Yavat, as long as pavanaha, pavana means what? The air, prana. Here it is prana. Nivasati gehe, nivasati dehe. As long as a prana remain in this body, dehe means in this body, tavad, till then, pruchati kushalam gehe. People will ask you, how are you? How is your health? Are you okay? Then, ghatavati vayo. When the prana departs, vayo means when the this thing prana, ghatavati, has gone, departed from the body, or you forgot to breathe. Ghatavati vayo. Deha paye. And the body falls dead. What happens? You know what happens? A very interesting thing Adi Shankara says here. Bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye. Looking at your dead body, even your wife, Bharya means wife, she is so scared, bibhyati, or she repels. See, it's very significant because the wife or the life partner is supposed to be so attached to your body. Because anyonyama, you are living together, so you are attached to your body, that is fine. And even your partner is very, very this thing of your body. That same life partner, Bharya, she is so scared of your body. Dead body means what? Only as long as the prana is functioning through the body has got all this maryadi, madippu maryadi, all this honor. Once when the vayu departs, what happens? Bharya bibhyati. Oh, I am very scared. That night, when that person is dead and gone, the wife says, oh, I can't stay alone. Please, you also stay with me. Hare Rama, you have lived with this person for 30 years. Oh, somehow I am scared. Why? It is dead body. Pretam. Pretam apeksha. See, your wife means what? The life partner. Even she cannot stand that body. Meaning what? She is so scared of that body. That is the body's lakshana. And Gurudev says, even animal when it is dead and gone, it is useful. The skin and other things. But this body when it is dead and gone, it stinks. And corporation comes and removes if you don't remove. It's only having nuisance value, nothing else. Is that not so? So that body which we nourish so much and take care, so much of makeups and this and that, what is nothing but filth. Why it is called as filth? Without that prana, it is nothing. It's filth only. As long as this prana is functioning in this body, everybody respects this body. And so much care is given. You watch advertisement in the television, 90% of it only to take care of this body. I would say 95%. From starting from the toothpaste onwards, everything only for this body. And we go overboard sometimes, The body is Shushrushra Pandadala, we go overboard. But actually this body is nothing but filth. Only because this prana is functioning in this body, it has got some respect. Otherwise, even your own dear wife, Bibhyadi, this word is very, very important. Bibhyadi means she is so scared of, or she repels, she fears. That is the state of your body, because from Shiva it has become Shava. Shavamaish. Predamaish. இதை எப்போ எடுக்க போறாங்க? Meaning what? இதை எப்போ எடுக்க போறாங்க? They ask. They won't say. As a human being, they don't treat. So therefore, that is the state of his body. Why are you so attached to this body? It is not going to serve the purpose. But it is helpful, like a vehicle. It is there to help you, but you don't get too attached to this body. It will become old, infirm, and then decay and death. That is the story of this body. When you are young, yes, you may look very beautiful, this, that, but only for some time. Ghatavati vayu deha pai. When the prana departs, that's all. So therefore, first, wealth, have a right relationship with wealth. Whatever you earn through proper hard work, you be satisfied. Indulgence, that is fine, but do not overindulge. You think again and again, what is this? And then be wise. And then about the life also, please think. So there is no time to waste. And also disease and attachment so much. So don't think your kith and kin are going to help you. Because only as long as you have money in the pocket, they are around you. When that is gone, they are gone. And don't think this body is going to be with you ever, forever. It is just a filth. Only because prana is functioning, this body is respected. Otherwise, even your wife will fear it. So therefore, Bhaja Govindam. You think about the Lord and Lord alone. Why? He alone can save you, not all these things. Nahi nahi rakshati. See, sometimes, all these things sound very, ஒரு மாதிரி கடுப்பா ஒரு என்னடா எப்பப்பா எதை விடு அதை விடு எல்லாத்தையும் விடுங்கிற யூ கிவ் அப் திஸ் கிவ் அப் தட் கிவ் அப் திஸ் வாட் இஸ் திஸ் இஸ் ஆல் பெசிமிஸ்டிக் நெகட்டிவ் philosophy, that's what we think, but actually this is the reality. If you are not awakened to this reality, we lead a very foolish life. This is why it's called as moha mudgara. Now you understand? Destroyer of all our moha. We have got so much of moha towards this body, towards our wife and children, and towards our wealth, and towards indulgence. So he is breaking everything one by one, destroying everything. So only it's called as moha mudgara. So ultimately, only the Supreme Lord can help you. That Supreme Being can help you. Therefore, you remember Him, worship Him. Nothing else can help you. That is the theme of the whole Bhaja Govindam. Right? Now moving on to the next verse. See, the 7th verse I tell you, this is the biography of all human beings. Can you write a biography of all human beings, or the whole humankind, in four sentences? It's possible. Shankaracharya has wrote the biography of the whole humankind, human race, in 4 sentences. We will read that. Balastavat krida saktaha,
Balastavat krida saktaha,
Tarunastavat taruni saktaha,
Tarunastavat taruni saktaha,
Vruddhastavat chinta saktaha,
Vruddhastavat chinta saktaha,
Parame brahmani kopi na saktaha,
Parame brahmani kopi na saktaha,
Balastavat क्रीडासक्तः
बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः
तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः
तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः
वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः
वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः
परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः
परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः
भज गोविन्दं
भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि रक्षति दुःखं करणे.
Balastavat, when you are a young sort of a bala means a young boy, what happens? How you live? Krida saktaha, you are attached to toys and you are playing always. You run away, run out and play with your friends, or nowadays you remain indoor and go on playing video games, whatever. Krida saktaha, krida means games. You play. Is that not so? He is so fond of playing. When the bell rings, he runs out. Why? To play with the friends. Even after going home also, he plays with his mates in the flats or wherever he is. Always wanting to play. Krida sakta. And to a child, when you take away the toy, it cries so much. We wonder why this child is crying. For this arpa toy, why it is crying? We are also the same. When somebody takes out our near and dear, we cry so much. For the Lord, He will say, why He is crying? So, bhalasthavat krida saktaha. And then what happens? He grows up. He becomes a young man. Tarunaha means what? A young man. What happens then? Tarunastavad taruni saktaha. He runs behind the opposite sex. His mind is occupied, though he may be studying and doing some work, but his mind is so occupied with what? Love and lust. Is that not so? Taruni sakta. In his life, a very big thing is what? His beloved. Or her beloved, we can say. And lust, to indulge in pleasure, because his senses are very turbulent. So, all his youthhood is spent only in chasing whatever he calls his love. And he indulges. That is the lust. But you know what? Whatever we call as love is nothing but the mind's likes and dislikes. I think that's, if you grow older, you realize it is nothing but mind's game. Actually speaking. And lust, after all, it degrades. It cannot help you grow. The lust, I mean. But true love is different. Lust is degrading only. Too much of it. So what he says, at least when he is growing up, only when he is in the youth, he can really achieve things. But there he wastes whole of his youthhood only in the pursuit of pleasure. And then he grows, becomes a middle-aged man or old man. What happens? Vriddhastavat. Vriddha means old. Old age. What happens? Vriddhastavat. Chinta saktaha. Meaning what? He continues worrying about something or other. Chinta means worry. He is worrying always. If suppose you are young and worrying always, please understand you are growing older. Because that is a sign of old people. Always worried. Ayyo, what will happen? This body is going like this. இந்த மாதிரி வியாதி வந்துடுச்சு என்ன செய்வேன்? What will happen to these people around me who are dependent on me? As I told you yesterday, they will be very happy after you go away. You are the troublemaker now. What will happen to me? I don't know in future what happens to me. Swami, I have only one prayer to the Lord. I am not scared of dying, But I should not be bedridden. I should just pass smooth. அதுக்கு புண்ணியம் செஞ்சிருக்கணும், பண்ணதெல்லாம் அநியாயம் பாவம். Okay, go like that. So meaning what? Vriddhasthavadu chintaha saktaha. Oh, my granddaughter has gone. Why she has not come back? My God, what is happening? 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Why granddaughter has not come back? Why this person is like this? Why this person is like that? Nobody is looking at me, smiling at me. Nobody is taking care of me. Blah, 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 blah. Because he has not found that peace or that great thing within. So still he is looking out always and always worried about something like that. He has got not that maturity to surrender. So still he is worrying. Is this not the biography of all human beings? See, in between something you earn, something you spend. It's all by the way. But when you are very, very young, as a boy or a girl, attached to what? Your own toys. And when you grow older, the toy is replaced by human toys. Or meaning what? The man, the girl or a boy. So you run after pleasure seeking. So why you earn? To indulge more or to have a standing in the society. And then you give birth to children and you sort of nurture them, bring them up, and then always worries. And then he says, Parame Brahmani Kopi na saktaha. Alas, nobody is attached to that supreme being. Brahmani means that supreme. Brahma means that supreme being. Parame Brahma means that really wonderful supreme being. Kaha api na saktaha. Nobody is bothered about that. They go to temple and worship God also for what? Their own well-being, not for the God's sake. I always used to say God is only a pickle to indulge in life. You understand? Parame Brahmani Kopi na saktaha. Alas, nobody is interested in the reality, in the truth. See, first of all, people don't believe in it. They argue against it. And even if they are a little bit, convinced, they say, after 60, 70, we will see. And after 60, 70, what happens? Chinta saktaha, babysitter, free babysitting. In US and all, if you have an ayah or a maid servant, you have to pay through your nose. You have to pay all your salary. So very convenient to call your mother and father. Come, I will give you the airfare and everything. And then you cook. Mother should cook. Father should take care. It's nothing wrong in it. Sorry, don't mistake me. But what I am trying to say is, there also we waste our life only in taking care of the kith and kin, near and dear, and running after, and we don't really sit quiet, contemplate. See, puja we do. We have a fear. Everything should go all right. So God will help. So do some puja. Keep him in good books. Keep the God in good books. So that he will be pleased and he will help us. Only that kind of transactional relationship. And dhana dharmam also, what? If I do dhana dharmam here, I will enjoy there. Where? There. Maybe I may be born in a very wealthy family. Punyam. But alas, nobody is thinking about that great truth. Somebody is thinking about the truth. They say, it's a useless person. He has failed in this world. Therefore, he is acting as if he is thinking about the God. But I tell you, when you are young, you should start. older you become, you will not have that fire within you to pursue this. You know, this is a real pursuit. So therefore Adi Shankara says, this jiva, it wanders aimlessly. Because we have been taught that way by our parents. Poor things, what they know about life. They know only this thing. Nalla padikanumpa, nalla padikanumpa. You have to study well, study well. Why? Then only you can earn well. You can become rich, wealthy, so that people will appreciate you. That much only they know. And then you should get married. Why? No, you should get married. I have suffered, you should also. And then what? ஒரு வருஷத்துல அவ்வளவுதான். எப்போ என்ன விசேஷம்? என்ன விசேஷம்? What விசேஷம்? Same thing, you have to repeat again and again without even thinking about it. And then they start telling you, I live only for my child. For that stupid child only I live. And I spend all my earnings only in that one day wedding ceremony. Everything is lost. I don't understand really why this mad game actually. Vriddhastava chinta sakta. When you become older and older, you don't know who will take care of you, what will happen to you, what will happen to your properties. You have earned it with so much struggle. All those things. And you are so scared because you know you have done so much of atrocities, papam. And you don't know what will happen. So this old person is so confused, agitated, restless. So how can he think about the Lord? Lord means what? How to think about this truth. For that you need a different sort of capability. Parame Brahmani kopina saktaha. Alas, there is nobody who is really concerned about that Supreme Being. Only that can help, but we don't remember that. See, all these things would go. How? When you die, your son is not your son, your wife is not your wife. Nobody is yours. You don't belong to anybody. Then what is the use of all the relationship? You cannot smuggle anything to the other world. So what is the use of all these properties, all this wealth? And the name and fame will not come with you. I always used to tell, without form, name has got no meaning. Kana, Puna, China, Pana, Chettiyar, Ubayam. Who is that Chettiyar? Who cares? We don't care for anybody. Who cares for that Chettiyar? He wants his name to be there. Who cares? Nobody cares. So we run after all false things. But what matters really, we have no time for that. This is our life. Parame Brahmani kopina saktaha. கடை விரித்தேன் கொள்வார் இல்லை என்பார் பட்டினத்தார். பட்டினத்தார் என்ன சொல்வார்னா, கடை விரித்தேன் கொள்வார் இல்லை. I opened the shop, but nobody to buy. Why? Open the shop means what? These are the opening the shop means what? I am trying to share this, but nobody is there to listen. Why people are so busy and they don't value this? Swamiji, when we listen to you in the satsang, everything is beautiful. We believe, yes, this is the right thing. Now I am going to only follow this. But when I go back home, everything goes. That is Maya. Everything goes. What to do? You have to pursue consistently. Again and again. We have to. Otherwise, the mind cheats. Mind cheats. That is the problem. Now, moving on to the 8th verse. Is there time? What time we started? There is time. काते कांता कस्ते पुत्रः
काते कान्ता कस्ते पुत्रः
संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः
संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः
कस्य त्वं कः कुत आयातः
कस्य त्वं कः कुतः आयातः
तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः
तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः
काते कान्ता कस्ते पुत्रः
काते कान्ता कस्ते पुत्रः
संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः
संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः
कस्य त्वं कः कुत आयातः
कस्य त्वं कः कुतः आयातः
तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः
तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः
भज गोविन्दं
भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुःखं करणे.
In Tamil they say இன்பத்தேன் வந்து பாயுது காதினிலே தேசே செந்தமிழ் நாடெனும் போதினிலே இன்பத்தேன் வந்து பாயுது காதினிலே. It is like a nectar to your ears. So this stanza is actually like a nectar to my ears. You know, these things we learned when we are very young from our Swami. That really, you know, turned everything. This is a beautiful verse. You think about this. You see, there is no point in only listening to it. You think about it. How beautiful this verse is. Kate Kanta. Who is your wife? No, Swami, that is yaro. Kate Kanta. Who is your wife? Kaste Putra. Who is your son? Or who is your child or children? Who are your children? Samsaraha ayam ativa vichitra. This samsara is really vichitram. Why it is very vichitram? There was a girl who was born to a parent. She was growing up. You do not know her. One day you got married. What happened? Nothing happened. And then you started taking that person to be your own. You know what? நான் பேச நினைத்ததெல்லாம் நீ பேச வேண்டும். ஆனா பேசவே விட மாட்டேங்கிறாள், எல்லாம் அவளே பேசிடுறாங்க. Meaning what? Oh, my wife, my husband, we are living for each other. Without him, I cannot exist in this world. What is this nonsense? Kate Kanta. Who is that? Wife. Meaning what is good. See, this wedlock is for some reason. It is a good one. But if you get too attached to the partner, you don't give any space or time. What is this nonsense? Kate Kanta. Who is this girl who has come into your life? Where was she before? What has happened now? Why are you so mad? Why are you acting very funny? Kate Kanta. Kaste Putraha. Who is this stupid son who is born to you? Why? He, some other jiva, has come through you to the world. He has got his own journey and he will reach his own destination. Now you consider him to be your own and say, oh, my child, I am living only for him, for her. And all my property, all my wealth, I will give only to that stupid child. I will not do any other dharma, dharma, nothing I will do. My son, like a Dhritarashtra, my son. Who is this son? See, you know what Gurudev says? He says, who is this son? He was as a fetus in the womb of your wife. And before that, he was a seed in your own groin. And that seed is because of the food you have eaten. And the food is from the lump of mud from the earth. So one lump of mud. And you are also one lump of mud for your father, different point of time. So one lump of mud getting attached to another lump of mud. What? Samsaroyam ativa vichitra. This is so vichitra. Actually, we don't want to think. When we start thinking, it is really vichitram. See, we occupy ourselves so much. We keep ourselves so busy that we don't think. Yes, he is my son. Yes, he is studying in this standard. Yes, he wants to do this, he wants to do that. Yes, she wants to go for a vacation. Yes, we are planning, we are preparing, blah, 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 blah. What is this? Suddenly what happened now? What happened? Who is your wife? Who is your son? Or who are your children? Samsaroyam ayam ativa vichitraha. This is very funny. Ativa vichitraha. This is vichitram. Kasyatvam. Actually, to whom do you belong? So this is a question. Actually, to whom do you belong? If you say to this particular father and mother also, it is not the truth. Because in this janma, you say, my father, mother. In previous janma, in the next janma, then in this janma, he is your husband. Every janma tu ningle ennoda kanavara varum. Yemma ipo kashtappadu podada. And next janma, she talks the same dialogue to the another person. What is this nonsense? Ennoda kolanda. What is this nonsense? Ativa vichitra. Kasyatvam. To whom do you belong? Actually, to whom do you belong? Tell me, whom do you belong? Kaha. Who are you? See, here the seed of Atma Vichara. Kasyatvam. Kaha. Kuta ayataha. From where you have come? Think. See, don't say, I have come from the womb of my mother. Don't say that. It is rubbish. This body has come. But who are you? From where you have come? Who are you? To whom do you belong actually? See, think about this. For a moment, forget about parents, bandhus, aunts and uncles, grandfather, grandmother. Forget about it. It's all temporary setup. This is really a temporary setup. Anytime it can go away. So actually, to whom do you belong? Who are you? Are you an Indian? Are you a Hindu? Next janma, if you are born to a Muslim parents, you will be talking very vigorously about Islam. Or born to a Christian family, you will be saying only Jesus alone saves. Who are you actually? Where do you belong? From where have you come from? We don't know. See, recently in this newsletter we have written an article. While we were flying in the sky, going to US, suddenly these thoughts came to me. Where are we now? Flying in 33,000 feet altitude we are flying. Where are we now? We don't know. Suddenly when you wake up in between, you wake up and you don't know where you are. And what is the time zone you are in. And you see people around, nobody you recognize. Different caste, creed, and we are flying together. And on top of it, you have not seen the pilot who is driving the aircraft. And you trust him so much, but you do not know him. You are very confident that he will take you to the destination. Who knows, he may crash you, he is a half mental. You don't know, but you are very confident. See, if you think like that, we really do not know in the big time frame who we are. Whom do we belong to? We don't know. Chumma we hold on to somebody, some form, somebody and say, my father, my mother, my husband, my son, blah, blah, blah. But whom do we belong to actually? Who we are? Where from we have come? Why we have come? Where are we going? And what is the ultimate game? What is this game all about? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani, jadare shayam. We are going to see that verse also. Once again, they say we come here. We play the same game. And what is all this? For what? And once again we hold on to somebody and say, ha ha, he is very dear to me, she is very dear to me, without that person I cannot live, blah, 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 blah. How long we are going to cheat ourselves? How long we are going to delude ourselves? So these are all the questions you have to ask. Kasyatvam, to whom do you belong actually? Kaha, who are you? Kuta ayataha. Think for a moment, from where all these have come? This world and myself, from where I have come? And where all these are going? Where am I going? We don't know. Iti paribhavaya, tattvam chintaya. This is the matter you have to think about. Tattvam chintaya. This you have to think. Tadiha brataha. Brataha means, oh brother, we have to think like this. This is vichara. So Shankara says, we have to think like this. This is real thinking. So here is the seed of Atma vichara. Who am I here? Whom do I belong to? Where from I have come? Who is this wife? Who I so much hang on to? Who is this child? But you know what? Maya is so beautiful. Maya. அந்த குழந்தை பிறந்ததுலேருந்து அவ்வளோ மயக்கிறாளா இல்லையா? மயங்கிரும், நம்ம எல்லாத்துக்கும் மயங்குறோம் இல்லையா? So, and this has been taught by the society, by the parents, by everybody. இப்படி தான் வாழணும், இதாண்டா வாழ்க்கை, இதுதான் எல்லாம். ஆயிரங்காலத்து பயிர் இது. எது? கல்யாணங்கிறது ஆயிரங்காலத்து பயிர். So this is what is reality. This is going to be permanent like this. So totally we are sort of deluded. Kate Kanta, who is your wife? Who is this girl who has come into my life and creating such a havoc? Who is my child? This stupid child. Why am I living or running only for this child? What is my business here? Who am I really? Tattvam chintaya. Oh dear brother, brataha means brother. Think about this. The another version is also there, Padabedam. Tadiha Brantaha. Instead of Brataha, in some other text it is Brantaha. Brantaha means, oh deluded one. Brantaha. Why he is very deluded? Because he drinks so much of Branti. So he is Brantaha, he has become. So Brantaha means deluded fool. Think about this, he says. So at least in this version it's very decent. Oh brother, think about this. There is another version, it says, oh deluded one, think about this. Tadiha tattvam chintaya. So think about this, my dear one. So once again we will read this, chant this. I will chant, you repeat after. Kate Kanta.
Kate Kanta.
Kaste Putraha.
Kaste Putraha.
Samsaro Yamativa Vichitraha.
Samsaro Yamativa Vichitraha.
Kasyatvam kaha kuta ayataha.
Kasyatvam kaha kuta ayataha.
Tattvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha.
Tattvam chintaya tadiha bhrataha.
Bhaja Govindam.
Bhaja Govindam. Govindam Bhaja Mudamate. Samprapte sannihite kale. Nahi nahi rasati dukram karane.
If you are a sincere seeker, or if you are an intelligent person, what you should do is, you have to take this very seriously. And you have to go away somewhere and think about this very intensely. See, actually this is not a joke actually. It's a real thing actually. See, if you brush it aside, if you brush it aside, you are the loser. You have to go and you have to think about it very seriously, as if you have gone mad. See, that is the sign of, real seeking. As if you have gone mad, you should think about this. You have to think the deeper import of these statements. Then you are doing contemplation. If you hear through this year and if you just leave it like that, then there is no point in attending the satsang. And we are the losers, right? So we have to think deeply about all these things. So you should not take any drastic step afterwards. Oh, I have now found out. I am going to divorce my wife now. She will say, thank God. I was waiting for this moment. So, but inside you have to grow. Outside you have to act. This is what our scriptures say. You have to play this drama of life outside. But inside you should not get deluded by all these things. விதவிதமா நிலைகளெல்லாம் விசாரம் செய்து இச்சையது பரமபதம் யாதொன்றுண்டோ அதனையே திடமாக அகத்தார் பற்றி அனவரதம் உலகில் விளையாடு வீரா. Yoga Vasishta Muni says to Rama when he was very young, you should know the truth. You have to hold on to the truth within, and in the world outside, you just play this game of life. Play. Vilayadu Veera. Vilayadu means what? Play this game of life. But inside, if you get deluded and you think everything is real and get attached, gone. For that, outside you suddenly become withdrawn. That is also dangerous. You should not do that also. That is immaturity. That will not work. See, Uruvarukamiva bandhanat mrityor mukshiya mamritat. Like that cucumber which falls off by itself from that creeper, the mind should drop everything by itself. You should not force it to drop. By proper thinking, things will drop. After things dropping, you will develop more love and compassion towards your kith and kin. You are not attached, but you have more love and compassion you have got. Meaning what? Tena tektena bunjitaha ma gridaha kasya sviddana. You renounce and enjoy. Only when you renounce, you enjoy. When you give up this attachment, you know what is true relationship. You can really relate to other person. Only when you give up the attachment, you can really see the other person in true light and understand their difficulty, and you can help them. If you are so attached, you are blinded. You don't see a person as they are, you don't understand the problem, and you mess up everything. When you are so attached, you mess up everything. Only when you detach yourself a little, you can see things clearly, and then you can help. So therefore, even to help our own beloved ones, we should be detached. So to develop detachment, these are all the things we have to keep in mind. Actually speaking, it's a drama. Pashya samsara natakam. Vasishta Muni says to Rama in Yoga Vasishta. Pashya samsara natakam. See this drama of life. Samsara natakam. This is actually natakam going on. Why natakam? For some time, people come into our lives and then we get so close to each other and they all go in their own paths. And then we cry and suffer. But we understand this is temporary for some time. And afterwards, everybody will go in their path and I have my own path. Yes, we have to love each other, help each other, but we should not get too attached or dependent on anybody. We should trust and depend only on God or the Supreme Being. That is the idea of our scriptures. That is why Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja. Instead of that, if you get lost in the samsara only, forgetting the Lord, you suffer here. And some people think suffering is Paravali, it's good. When you say suffering is okay, what else we can talk? If somebody says suffering is okay, you cannot talk anything to them. They are so insensitive, so gross. They say suffering is okay, but suffering is not okay. Nobody wants suffering. So therefore, think properly. Think is a Taraka mantra. Think. Khate kanta kaste putraha. Samsaraha ayam ativa vichitraha. Kasyatvam kaha kuta ayata. Tattvam chintaya tadiha brata. Says Adi Shankaracharya. So we will stop here. So the rest we will see tomorrow. So now there is another 15 minutes. So you can ask whatever questions you have. Even about yesterday's class also you can ask.
Swamiji, you said with proper thinking, attachments will drop on their own.
Yes. If you have thought about it properly.
Also, for proper thinking, you must have let go of certain attachments. Also, the reverse is true that for proper thinking, you must have let go of attachments. So, how does it work?
Koliya, muttaya, koliya.
Yes, chicken and egg.
See what here Adi Shankara says, you start proper vichara, things will happen. Even if it is difficult here in the beginning stage, you persist with the proper vichara, proper thinking. Then it will happen. See, some little bit of detachment is required, but don't worry about that. You start thinking properly, things will fall in place.
I wouldn't know whether my thinking is proper or improper.
See, he has given
I
you
can think
he has given you the,
according to my capacity.
he has given you the guidelines. Accordingly you think.
According to my capacity.
According to your capacity, in the
All these
line
lines.
indicated by acharyas and great masters, you think.
What?
That is how we have.
And Swamiji, so when you're talking about thinking, as you mentioned right now, so this is a kind of, I was listening your lecture, okay, it was so beautiful for me. So my logical mind says that why?
Why?
And again, one thought comes to my mind and it processes it and it shows the three-dimensional reality in a different way. So my basic question is, where does the thought come from? So how do you understand the thought?
You have to find out. See, this is the question Bhagavan says you have to find out. The source of all thoughts.
Yes, so
See, how can I tell you? Because it is coming in your heart. No, please properly listen to my logic and reason. You want to know what is the source of all thoughts, right? For whom the thought is coming now? For whom? Yourself, na?
yes.
So, if the thoughts are coming in you, you should start looking within from where it is coming. How can I tell you? Even if I tell you, how it will help you? So, this is a very, very subjective thing. If you want to really know from where the thoughts are coming, you should start an experiment with yourself. How you should start the experiment? Sit quietly. Thoughts are coming. Then, with your attention within, you try to find out from where all these thoughts are coming. So, if you start seeing within, you will find the answer to this and you get the clarity. Howsoever I explain to you, it's all abstract. Na? Only when you see within, from where the thoughts are coming, you get the clarity. That alone can help you.
Yes.
See, it's very, very subjective because nobody can help you.
Correct. It's not
Because it is your thought.
Yes.
It is coming from you, within you. Then you should find out. How can I tell you? Even if I tell you, it is only theoretical and very, very abstract. But when you start seeing within you, it is your own. The knowledge is your own. And that alone gives you clarity.
And continue to that question in some extent. So you are having so many Puranas, Itihasas, so much of history and everything. So this is entire thing is orchestrated by the supreme intelligence. You can say it as a supreme intelligence. So why this whole drama?
You should ask him.
So
I really don't know.
someone born in poor, someone born in rich, and when I see this villa is very good and that these things are happening, everything in my 3 dimensional priority. So, but why you mentioned that this gentleman told me that your video regarding that PUT. I really understand, and it was a great process for that. But before that, why this whole drama is happening, and why you should do sadhana, everything? Once you do it, then only get this incentive, something.
See, why this is happening, nobody has got an answer, proper answer for that. Only God can answer you. But one thing we can do, how to get out of this sorrow. Sorrow means this miserable existence. Meaning what? I am not asking you to give up anything in the world, but to go beyond your sorrow. See, Lord Buddha says, when you get attacked by an arrow,
Yes.
so you don't start worrying from which wood this arrow was made, and so it's so beautiful design. You won't say. You want to just take it out and apply some medicine and feel good. Is that not so? So similarly, if you are suffering, you should find out how to put a stop to this suffering, how to come out of it and be happy. That's what you have to think. If you ask why this drama, why God created, then there is no answer to this. Or if I start answering, it will go beyond you. The true answer is God has not created. You have created this mess. Higher Vedanta Shastra says, you have created this mess. Huh? I have not done anything. No. This is what higher Vedanta Shastra says. You have created your own world and you are suffering. Now stop. You don't understand this, no? This you will understand when you follow the Vedanta Shastra very intensely. You will understand this standpoint. Since because you are not ready for that standpoint, I can only tell you that there is no proper answer for this. You have to go and ask only God. Right? So this questioning itself has no sort of prayojanam, because that will not take you anywhere. Instead, you have to find ways how to put an end to the suffering and how to go about. The masters, they show different path. Whichever path is appealing to you, you have to take that. It's not incentive, it is your true nature. See, it is not somebody is giving you incentive. Bliss is with your own self, and to be there is your birthright. So nobody is giving you incentive. It is your birthright. You have to claim it. For that, you have to go within. That's what masters say. So now what he says, எல்லாம் புரிஞ்சிச்சு ஏன் சொன்னார்னா விடுங்க சுவாமி என்ன. That's what he says.
I don't understand Tamil.
He says you just want to be left behind. I am not
Left
asking
alone.
more questions. Leave me.
No. Actually, I wanted to ask more questions, but I thought someone else will be discussing.
You are right.
No,
I appreciate
saying I understood.
Leave me.
He said, just leave me.
So my expression makes that, but actually
He
I'm
was
not.
just making it up.
I'm joking.
Yeah, jokingly. In fact, even the modern day management does the same thing.
Mm.
You go with the problem, we will tell you, find a solution. Okay, don't come to me with a problem.
Correct.
I'm not here to give you a solution.
But
This is your problem. You find a problem, right? Very good. Also find a solution.
But we can help you in the little way we can help, but we are not here to solve your problems, right?
Swamiji, night we go for sleep, we leave everything. The moment we get up morning, we only created, as you told, we are only creating our world. Because the individual has got his own world. So morning we get up, then we ask you question. Morning we get up, we only create the words. He is my brother, he is my everything. Then the suffering starts.
Yeah, true. But that is a very higher Vedanta. People cannot understand.
And second thing, that question is asking the source of question, source of the thoughts. As it is earlier you also told you we are having the thoughts from the old memory cards. From you can say
No, he's asking from where exactly thoughts are arising.
sanskara and old memory card, because a lot of births we are having the sanskara and old thoughts, that, old memory cards we are having them. So from where it is coming, then second comes to whom it is coming, that thoughts. Now he is asking question, he should himself contemplate that who is asking the question, who is asking this.
He has come only this today for the class. If you talk all like this, he will not come tomorrow. I am worried about that. If I talk, if I give him the right answer, he will not come tomorrow. So I want him to come for few classes so that he will understand better. See, Bhagavan's approach is the right approach, but it is very difficult to accept in the beginning. It's very this thing on your face. Like. So, கொஞ்சம் தடவி கொடுத்து அந்த ஆட்டுக்கு மாலையெல்லாம் போட்டு then attack. That is the plan. That is the plan. So the goat, you know.
You are writing something in Tamil.
Oh, he's scared now.
Finally, if you say there is no word, you know that.
Not telling right away, but getting it ready. That
Yes,
is, so
yes.
it's like telling
So
it.
suddenly some secrets are talking in Tamil that I don't understand. So that.
Swamiji in Vedanta, if you say there is no word, he will not agree.
Yeah.
In
that's
fact,
what-
there is no word.
Orange banana.